Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. So, in your pre shuffle, you have your inner child coming through that needs your attention this week. Okay, so this says, I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self care. So, these are some important things to focus on during this week. So, let's dive in and see what else is going to be important for you as well within this week for my lovely Leos, please. All right, you have flexible. This card comes in when your environment could be changing, or there could be a lot of things outside of your control that are kind of unfolding. Now, I always say when there's an egg here, it kind of represents your goal, something that will come to life, like hatch, like eggs do, right? And maybe right now the environment is changing to be able to bring this in. Some of you could definitely be pregnant or be planning on it, or I don't know. Or again, it could be a certain goal that you have in mind. So there's a few messages I have with this. There is always a message with this card anyways, to be flexible with spirit, with the universe, with how things are unfolding, because it may not unfold in a way that you wanted it to. However, the goal is still the same. Like, it will still happen. It will still happen. However, the way that it's happening might be different to what you're expecting. So that's why we bend with the wind, allow the flow to somewhat allow ourselves to bend with the flow a little bit. And okay, maybe I will go down that way. It's kind of to compromise is important for you guys this week. In the meantime, through this kind of chaos for some of you, that's where the inner child is important to focus on. Okay. Did you guys travel a lot, or like had to move a lot of homes? For some of you, I feel like that's, I don't know why I'm seeing it like that. I'm almost like seeing you nurturing your inner child, telling your inner child it's okay. Like, things are changing, but it's okay. Like, you're safe. And I feel like the reason why I'm hearing that is probably because before, maybe your parents split up when you were really young. For some of you, like, really weird message for somebody out there. And I'm almost feeling like something is triggering your inner child at this time, something similar, or your mind is processing it similar to when you were younger. This is a time to kind of maybe now nurture your inner child and just remind it that everything is safe, everything is okay. Random. However, flexible and inner child, so have fun in this moment. Whilst things are outside your control, there's still some things we can do to have fun in our life. But anyway, let's see what else is going on for you, Leo. Let's see if my lovely Leos, what is going on. Door to romance. Okay, so there could be some romance coming through here for you guys. If you're already in a relationship, then it does feel like maybe there's a lot of changes going on here. However, it feels like the doors are opening up, which always represents like a new opportunity as well. So that's quite nice. Let's get some more for you. Okay, let's see. For the lovely Leos, 3 cards please from this deck. You have a miracle happening around this time, so I wonder what that could be for you guys. So expect a miracle. 2 more for Leo. Okay, this is completion. So maybe a door is closing. You might be, it's kind of reminding me of the 10 of Swords. So it is about an ending. Something is coming to completion. And as you can see, the sun is beginning to rise again. Could be an old way of being, especially with dissipating here for a lot of you. The dissipating card is always one that's kind of says like, what are you waiting for? Because some of you are saying like, one day I'm going to do this, one day I'll have this as well. But they're saying if you're not acting on it now, it's not going to happen, right? If you're just distracting yourself and just sitting comfortably and allowing your life to dissipate, then of course, those things will just be merely a part of your imagination. But you can bring that that vision into your reality today if you start acting towards it. So for some of you, the dissipating card is saying that maybe that's something that we need to complete and put to an end, especially if you want like romance or a relationship, because you do have that over here. Maybe it is about a certain goal here as well. I don't know, but they're just saying don't sit and wait for something to happen. It's a really good time to create the life that you want to live for yourself, okay? A life that your inner child will be happy about, okay? Now, in the completion card, there is a person grieving here. So you could be, that could resonate with some of you. But again, it reminds me of the 10 of Swords, which is a very difficult, challenging ending. May have happened in your life. But again, the dawn is rising. Now, for some of you, and I'm sorry to just go over all the messages again, this can relate for a lot of you in terms of love and relationships. You had a very difficult breakup for some of you in the past. Maybe ever since then, you've been like, oh, one day I'll get back out there. But maybe you've just not felt very motivated, or maybe the way that you wanted it to unfold it might not be happening. I feel like you'll meet somebody whilst you are having fun and loving your inner child. All right. Again, especially if some of you still have some traumas from your childhood to do with maybe not receiving a lot of love or safety. Okay. But anyway, so a miracle, a new dawn is a new day is coming, and also the need to get up and move within this week. Let's see something else. Some of you can actually also benefit from stretching. Some of you might need to stretch, because I'm seeing this little old lady over here underneath flexible. Some of you do need to start stretching, or getting fit, or just working towards those goals. Saying one day I'm gonna get abs, but never doing a crunch or a sit up in your life is crazy. It's not just gonna come like that, right? You have to put some effort into something in order to see results, right? Not saying that you're not doing that already, but it's almost just a little reminder, a little nudge, Leo, that this week you need to do something. Don't go on your phone. Stop watching the tarot readings after this one, of course. Start going towards your dreams, right? You have abundance and balance, and you have shifted. Love that. Let's clean this up. This week I need to change my camera angle because it's bugging me. Let's just move them up a little bit. Right, so abundance says, it says here, rich inside out, generous money flow, prosperity is on the way. Love that. All right, that could be what the miracle is. Maybe you're going to have some sort of flow of finances around this time. And of course, it says rich inside out. So of course, abundance starts within first. Okay, then you have balance. This says things are balancing out, equal give and take. Find your balance this week. It is underneath completion, as you can see. So just like I was saying, when one door closes and an ending happens, it does also mean that a new day comes, right? When one day is ended, it's giving the opportunity for another day to start. So I think for some of you, that is something that's important. Okay, and then you have shifted. This says the tables have turned. The situation has completely changed for your good. Okay, let's dive into your tarot, my angels. Let's see what's going on for you there. For the lovely Leos, please, Spirit, what messages can we get for them for this week? Let's get one card for the overall energy for this week for Leo. Please and thank you. For Leo, please, Spirit. Page of Wands. So again, I feel like this is your inner child. It is a page, so it's like the younger court cards in this deck. So this is about fun and creativity. Some of you need to get into an art or create a project. Some of you need to create a project. Whatever that project is, that they're saying to have fun with something, make it like a project. So if it's a business investment or a business project, saying to get creative, maybe it's to do with the coloring of something, or if you want to get back into art again and make it a project, I don't know, some of you need a challenge to make it fun for yourself. You know how you see those things where it's a 20-day challenge? I don't know, where every day you have to show up for yourself or do something, whether it's art, whether it's a hobby in some way. Now it's a wand card, so it's all about things that bring us passion and joy, okay, and enthusiasm, that desire, that kind of stuff. So that's important. Now for some of you, this does look also like romance, because Page of Wands can be a very flirtatious card as well. So for some of you, there could be someone this week who is flirting with you. So if you are questioning it, this is your sign that they are. Okay, but again, the energy of this week is to be playful, to nurture your inner child. Okay, have fun. All right, self-care. Let's see, what's the energy of Leo this week? Three of Wands. So this is not dissipating, to be honest, because you're waiting for something. I wonder what that is. I'm going to clarify it because I want to know and dive a little bit deeper into what the Three of Wands is for you guys. But, in normal tarot terms, Three of Wands is you're expecting something to come back to you, right? They've sent their ships out there. They're waiting for it to come back. So you guys are in a waiting energy this week. But let's see why. Why is the Three of Wands here? I'm relating it to dissipating because it almost feels like she's waiting for the right time, and there never really is a right time. So for some of you, I would say this is just a good time to just take action, right? Three of Wands. So you guys could also be waiting for something from the past to come back up, by the way. Five of Swords, something that maybe was left in a bit of a conflict. All right, Ten of Swords. Whatever you're waiting for is done. Just for some of you out there, okay? The Ten of Swords is, it's about completion, complete ending, okay? And a difficult one. Maybe because it was so difficult, there has been some answers, there there's some question left unanswered, and that can sometimes keep us attached to some things. But Three of Wands and the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords, for somebody out there, the ex of yours, the exes of yours, they are not the people for you. Okay, whatever you're waiting for has come to an end. Okay, there is no reviving of that, right? The only revival is by moving forward towards something different, a new cycle, a new energy. Let's just clarify that for you. Three of Wands, Ten of Swords. Again, like this can also be, Six of Wands. Some of you need to go out there and put yourself out there, because Six of Wands in terms of, again, I will relate it to love for some of you Leos, because it is about that for some of you. You have so much attention out there for you, waiting for you to have it. You're waiting for something that is just not going to come, right? Maybe you're manifesting a past person, and this is just saying, nope. There are so many better people out there for you, especially people who will treat you a bit better. Some of you need to hear that, because Six of Wands is about being up on a high horse. They have support and recognition. Usually it's somebody who's come through battle and they got all these supporters around them. So for a lot of you, I feel like you were not prioritized and you were not put up on this high horse by people. You know, it feels like maybe people talk down to you, or I don't know who you were dealing with. But the Six of Wands in general, getting recognition, having success, coming away from something successfully. This is in your future if you choose to move into it. But if you choose to hold on to the past, of course, we're just going to be dissipating. Like I said before, with this combination coming out here, completion and dissipating felt like this is what needs to come to a completion. So for some of you, success is not just going to come to you just because you're manifesting it. It's going to come to you because you're choosing to leave an old life behind and move into the spotlight. Whatever that spotlight is, being seen or having your voice be heard, or whatever dream or goal it is, it's about coming out of something victorious. Okay, let's get some more for you. Some of you will be like winning an award or some sort of achievement of some kind, right? What is the blockage or obstacle for Leo this week? Page of Cups, feelings, emotions, and also your inner child. Some of you could be hearing from somebody this week. The Tower is clearly not the person that you wanted to, or maybe not in the way that you wanted to. Because the Page of Cups can be like a surprising message or an offer. It can also be your inner feelings that might be your challenge or blockage at this time. As you can see, it's always like a surprise. Something catches you off guard this week. Because the Tower card is here, maybe it is an ending of some sort, or an explosion, like an explosive argument, or the Tower can also be divine interventions. Maybe it's just like this uproar of feelings within you. That's your challenge and blockage here. Let's see what this is. Let's clarify this. For Leos, why is the Page of Cups here? It could very well be your inner child. So you have the Empress and the Judgment. Interesting, because Judgment is about releasing and surrendering. Yeah, so, and this is also about truth and clarity. So once there is some sort of truth that you come across, maybe that's what happens this week, is that you really start to understand something, whether it's internally or externally, but it does help you to sit into the Empress energy, which is again about knowing your worth, knowing your value, and not chasing anything, but attracting it in, okay? Feeling more connected to yourself, and self-care absolutely is all about focusing on self at the moment, because the right thing will come your way. And that's your challenge and obstacle around this time. Okay, so whether it's just something that you realize, and that's what the Tower card could be, is a sudden like enlightenment to release something, to let it go. I mean, you definitely could feel like your feelings, you might just have all these inner feelings that just come to the surface here to be released and let go of, so that you can step into your Empress mode. Okay. And again, like to nurture your inner child is very important here this week, because the Empress is the mother. Now, interesting. Let's clarify the Page of Wands is the overall energy for this week. Temperance, so patience. That's quite interesting, or balance, should I say? Which is interesting because we have Temperance, which can sometimes be about patience. That's why I said it. But the Eight of Wands is also about life speeding up for you. So, and that's where the saying with flexible, actually, the saying, this is where the compromise is. There's a need to take some time out for yourself, and that is a good time for play. And then there's a time to get busy. With the Eight of Wands, it does feel like there's a lot of opportunities that are going to come your way. I'm seeing it start like you just kind of get one opportunity, then a few days after that, you get another one. then maybe a week after that you get another one, but then it starts to get more rapid, and then it just feels like then all of a sudden these wands are coming through. That's how I'm seeing it. So wands can also represent like motivation and ambition as well. So for a lot of you, like it may start slowly, but then something just starts to really click into place. Maybe you're building momentum. But first you got to build balance, which is why balance is here. And that's why the temperance is here. A good time for play, good time for shadow work, good time to have fun, good time to take things serious. It's like a balance going on here. But anyway, a lot of opportunities will come up for you guys here as well, which feels really nice, especially in terms of career, because wands can be career. Right, let's grab you some more. Let's see what's going on. And even if it's just, if you feel like you've been in some bad habits lately and, you know, dopamine detox could be necessary, like it might take some time to kind of, you know, feel more motivated again. But like I was saying with that imagery I was seeing, it does feel like, you know, those cartoon drawings of when like something is speeding up, like you get those lines coming through. That's what I'm seeing. So things gonna move forward with rapid speed. Okay, right, let's see. For the lovely Leos, let's see what's going on in their external surroundings, their external world, please, Spirit. The Empress. So the Empress could be going on around you, because this is in your environment. This could be like a mother figure here, or somebody who maybe you look up to in some sort of way. That's interesting. Let's clarify the Empress in your external environment. Why is the Empress here in the external environment? The Magician and the Miracle. I mean, for some of you, it could actually be about pregnancy, like I was saying. Or again, creating something, bringing something to life. You're nurturing something at this time, especially with the Magician. It's very powerful energy. You guys are manifesting something to do with this Empress energy. Attracting in that luxury, that life for yourself. Attracting and not chasing, remember? When we're chasing, it's because like we feel like there, you know, it might get out of reach at some point. When we're chasing, it comes from a place of like desperation, for example. Whereas when we attract, we know that the right thing will come to you. Why? Because you're deserving, because it's already written in stone, right? You've already manifested it. It's already happened in your lifetime. Let's see, the Empress in the external environment, the Six of Swords. Some of you could be moving, all right? Some of you could be attracting in this Empress, could be a love interest again for some of you. It's a very nurturing, loving energy, nurturing person, someone who is very, very sweet, very comforting. Again, it's divine feminine, doesn't mean gender though. It's somebody who's very, very powerful, very intuitive, very compassionate, you know, very understanding person. So Magician, Six of Swords, that's where you're going. You're going towards a very calming environment moving forward. So some of you could be moving, just for some of you, but all of you are moving forward anyways when it comes down to your environment. Like I was saying before, your environment is actually adapting to you. So if you've been manifesting something for a while and all of a sudden it feels like things are falling apart, they're not falling apart, they're falling in place. Okay, amen to that. Right, let's see what else is going on in your inner world for Leo. King of Pentacles, so you're finding stability within. Okay, this is all about your wealth, your well-being. It's about being stable in general, materially wealthy though. All right, so it's about having a nice home. But because this is going on within your inner world, I feel like you're really learning to ground yourself within this week. You're becoming grounded. Why is the King of Pentacles here in Leo's inner energy? Oh, saying remember the abundance card, rich inside out. So you guys are definitely manifesting in abundance, because also the Empress is about abundance, and you have that twice in your reading. So the Tower card when it's in the inner world, Cancer signs just had this as well. Like it feels like there's a shakeup going on within you. But similar to what they were having as well. Like theirs was like wish fulfillment, but for you, I think the Tower is making you aware of certain things that have been threatening your inner foundation, right? If the King of Pentacles is about stability, all right, structure, and also material wealth, but this is within you in your inner world, then the Tower card could just be showing you some parts of the foundation that might be faulty. So whether it's your emotional feelings, your inner child might be coming through here. It's all helping you to understand what needs a little bit more of your time and energy and understanding. So yeah, there's a shakeup going on internally, but it feels like it's leading towards this King of Pentacles, which is an inner abundance anyway. So it feels not bad. It just feels like enlightenment. Righty ho, let's have a little look and see what your advices from Spirit then. What is the advice for Cancer signs? Oh, sorry, Leos this week? The moon. Well, it's about processing your feelings. Now, when this comes up, especially with the inner child, I would always say that this is like subconscious, subconscious feelings, things that we kind of push aside or things that we get taught in life. It's the shadow self, as you can see here. So with that inner child here, for a lot of you, it's really about kind of shining a light on that inner child and not dismissing it, understanding your feelings. Let's see what the moon is here as advice. The Knight of Cups, being open and vulnerable with your feelings. Absolutely. Really being open and vulnerable. Some of you might benefit from writing yourself a letter, your inner child a letter, your child's self, yourself as a child. I feel like it's going to help you dive deep into some feelings, because the moon is deep feelings, deep feelings. So they're not always things that we are aware of all the time. That's why the moon is here, because it's things that are in the dark, things that are not always seen and not always truthful either, but it's things that we've learned or, feel. So with the Knight of Cups here being all about being open and vulnerable and wearing your heart on your sleeve, for a lot of you, your advice this week is to be open and vulnerable. All right, to really process to yourself and admit to yourself maybe how you're really feeling about your life or your love life or your career world. Let's get one more for that. Why is this advice? The Eight of Pentacles, so that you can put some work on it. Some of you with that Tower card, it does feel like some of you are really going to have a little bit of an awakening and awareness. Is the word that they're wanting to bring up here, of something that has been within you that really needs your attention. Sorry, I had lunch before this video. Because the Eight of Pentacles is like, now that it's aware to you, now you've processed these feelings and wear your heart on your sleeve, and now you're aware of something that has been hiding in the shadows. You can work on it now. And it doesn't feel out of hate or anger of that side of yourself. It's an understanding. It's like you've dived into those waters, you understand it. So now you can work on it. And I also feel like that's going to directly change your financial situation too. Yeah, especially again, you've had a lack of stability. Some of you, this is base chakra energy, which is interesting because it didn't come up in your chakra cards. There's no red here. But when our foundations are, when you lack certain foundations in life, like security, safety, structure, a safe space, in your home when you're growing up, for example, like you start to feel like you're not deserving of that, or you feel like it's not possible in your life. So therefore you always kind of will struggle in some way in those areas until you fix, of course, that healing, or you healed that, should I say. So for some of you, I wonder if that's what's coming up here. Like you're giving yourself that inner reassurance to now build from a stable foundation. Anyway, I wonder what this is about. Anyway, so financially, things are going to be improving for you, especially with that abundance energy. You're really understanding what stability means to you and safety and security means to you. This looks like you're actively working on that inside and out, which is amazing. There'll be a lot of opportunities coming up for you. It does feel like for those of you who are single, there's absolutely a love interest going on. If you are in a relationship, the temperance could be about the need to balance certain energies within both of you. Being more flirtatious, being more fun with one another can also lead to a lot of change in your dynamic. Really putting an end to something. Some of you guys are waiting for something that's just not going to happen when it comes down to reviving the past here. So the Six of Wands is calling for you to gain victory over it and not to stay in an energy of defeat, okay, or waiting for something. All right, gain your power back in that instance. Things have shifted for you. You have an abundance. This probably is what the miracle is. But anyway, I love you guys. I wish you all the best for this week ahead. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you guys next time.